तो टेक्नोलॉजी जो है वो किसी की दोस्त नहीं है, बट ये है कि हेल्पफुल बहुत है।
Of course.
Sir, I think you are now on your laptop.
Yeah, I'm on.
Okay,
laptop.
because I have admitted you through your laptop, I guess.
It's still showing me connecting.
Okay, yes, sir, I have admitted you.
Okay.
I would like to share any screen also, sir.
Yeah, I'll do a presentation.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you have the right. You can share your screen.
Sure. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Oh my gosh, we are just still connecting. Haven't connected.
Yes, sir. I think within some seconds, because I have admitted you. आपकी request आ रही थी मेरे पास जी।
लेकिन अभी तक मेरे पास आया नहीं है। Still showing me connecting.
Probably सब internet connection है, कभी slow हो जाता है तो फिर problem cause करता है वो।
जी, I'm sorry for that.
No issue, sir. We understand.
Saima, we are both live on the YouTube right now क्योंकि ये अभी Facebook पे नहीं जा रहा है and we are recording as well.
Right,
and the other thing is कि आप ढक्कन साहब की presentation खुद भी share कर सकती हैं if you feel के वो नहीं कर पा रहे।
Actually joining show हो रहा है मेरे पास भी waiting room से सर का, probably कुछ internet अगर slow होगा तो फिर problem आती है।
If you have my presentation, you can share it with. या मैं आपको share कर दूं।
जी, आप मुझे WhatsApp भी कर सकते हैं। मैं मिस्टर आफिया
मैं WhatsApp पे just a minute.
Saima, मैंने आपको WhatsApp कर दिया, आप देख लीजिए।
Okay, okay, thank you.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
I'll check. Just give me 2-3 minutes. Gee, it's with me. I'm just downloading. Ms. Rafia, are you sharing it?
Saima, you are the host now, so I cannot share it.
Okay, okay. I have opened it. मैंने बस अभी share. Okay, it's there. जी sir, are you ready? Sir, आपकी screen share हो रही है। मैंने share शुरू कर दिया है। जी सर, जुल्फकार। Hello. Sir, are you there? Can you all please tell me that is this screen visible to you? Just mention in the chat box. Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you.
Saima, आप ढक्कन साहब को कॉल करके पूछ लीजिए जब तक मैं स्टार्ट लेती हूँ। अस्सलाम वालेकुम एवरीवन। Sustainable Development Goals. I am also a master trainer for Sustainable Development Goals. So what do you think they are? Write in the chat box. आपके ख्याल में Sustainable Development Goals क्या हैं? Do you have some information about it? कितने goals हैं? तो ये 2-3 चीजें हैं which I would like you to answer in the chat box. So please share your understanding of sustainable development goals. जी मायरा कह रही है 17 गोल्स हैं, बट एक्चुअली व्हाट आर सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स? आप लोग इसके बारे में क्या जानते हैं? जी गुलजार साहब, वेरी गुड. 17 goals set as a global agenda for all communities, all nations across the globe. Yes, MDGs थे, MDGs से फिर इन्होंने SDGs कर दिया, यानी कि sustainable development goals. So what does it mean by sustainable development goals? आप लोग अनम्यूट भी कर सकते हैं अपने आप को बताने के लिए.
Excuse me, Ms. Rafia. I think Zulfikar साहब is there. वो कह रहे थे मैं connect हो गया हूँ बिल्कुल.
चलें ठीक है. Over to Zulfikar साहब if he's there. अगर वो बोल दें मुझे कि वो मौजूद हैं तो सर मैं भी जी मैंने ऑडियंस से एक्चुअली पूछा है कि उनकी क्या अंडरस्टैंडिंग है और कितने लोगों को मालूम है कि सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स कोई चीज है, क्या चीज है. तो दे आर आंसरिंग इन द चैट बॉक्स एंड यू कैन टेक ओवर फ्रॉम हियर. थैंक यू.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. I think I also to log in on cell phone too in case of some problem. Okay, ma'am. Okay, sorry for inconvenience and delay. I'm really apologize for it, but it was glitch in the technology. And okay, before I can see there was a MDGC Millennium Development Goals, but before that there was one thing. What is sustainable development actually? Can anyone tell me, share with me what is sustainable development?
Can I, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, actually they are signed by Sustainable Development Goal UNO की तरफ से हैं, जिनको पहले मिलेनियम गोल्स कहा जाता था, फिर उनको आगे एडवांस करके उन्हें सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट कहा गया, जो 2015 से 2030 तक जो है वो डेवलपमेंट रखनी है. जो भी उनके यूएनओ के जो मेंबर्स कंट्रीज हैं उनमें काम करना है. सो आई एम आल्सो वर्किंग ऑन SDG 5 पे मैं काम कर रही हूँ, और SDG 13 पे भी मैं काम कर रही हूँ, और 4 पे तो ऑलरेडी कर ही रही हूँ. तो ये जो गोल्स हैं ये ह्यूमन स्पेशली जो है वो ह्यूमन बीइंग्स के लिए हैं कि वो उनको जो है वो ग्लोबली उनको जो है अपनी नेशन के लिए काम करना है, चाहे वो उसमें तालीम है, गुर्बत है और पुअर्टी है और लॉ एंड डिसऑर्डर्स हैं, इन चीज़ों पे काम करना है, ताकि जो है वो इनका जो मकसद है, गोल्स ये हैं कि 2030 तक हम लोग उन कंट्रीज को डेवलप कर सकें. तो अनफॉर्चुनेटली हम लोग तो बहुत ही स्लो हैं, बहुत सारे लोगों को तो हमें पता ही नहीं है कि ये चीज़ क्या होती है. सो
Right, ma'am. I read. Okay, there was a commission, Veteran Land Commission. Veteran Land was, I think, Prime Minister, or at least, I think Sweden, I think. And that commission gave a recommendation in 1987. And from that year on, United Nations took over that. Okay.
Sir, I would like to inquire about that. Should I move the slide or you are able to do that?
Let me check. I can move it or not. So basically, let me explain first, then we'll go standard side by side speaker. Okay, just still small view. So
साइमा आपको करनी पड़ेगी because you are the host. तो आपने शेयर किया, जो शेयर करता है वही मूव कर सकता है.
ठीक है सर, आप मुझे बताते जाइएगा. I'll move.
Okay. Okay. Basically, sustainable development is utilization of resources in a judicious way, keeping need of the future generation. That is basically a sustainable development. It's a definition of the sustainable development. Okay. Now, as you said already, there's the agenda by the 2030, we have to achieve certain development. Unfortunately, in our part of the world, we are unable to do that. And those in a sustainable development goal, out of 17 goals today, we are going to select only one goal, that is on quality. Please move the slides. Okay. So basically, please mute your.
Ms. Farah Mustafa, kindly mute your mic. आपकी आवाज आ रही है, and any participant whose mic is not muted during the session will be removed from the session. Sama, please make sure of that.
Okay. So it's a radical departure from what has been developed. No. Okay. Actually, what can I? Okay. Actually, I want to share some other. Give me a minute. I try to share another slide, which I especially. Sarah, can you remove that and I can upload someone else? Other presentation.
Okay, sir. Should I stop this presentation?
Yeah, sure. Please.
Okay. Okay. Yes, done.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I hope it will work now. Nope. It's not working.
Sir, you can share with me.
Okay.
WhatsApp. Yeah, it's working. It's working.
Okay, working? That's good.
Yeah,
Thank
wonderful.
You. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Actually, I have to. Okay, now I can start it. Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Right. Okay, the official definition of sustainable development was developed for the first time in a Bretton report in 1987. And it says here, sustainable development is idea that human society must live, meet their needs without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own. अगर इसको हम off the record अनपार्लियामेंट्री लैंग्वेज में इसको कन्वर्ट करें तो उसका मकसद है कि इतना खाओ कि आगे वालों के लिए कुछ छोड़ जाओ. Okay, sorry, it's off the record. Okay. Okay, what is development basically? Sustainable development. Just industrial, what happened when in the 17th century or 18th century or in the 19th century, when the industrial development was on peak? We got industrial revolution, we got all the luxuries today we have got the development, we have a good lifestyle, but at the cost. What cost we are paying for that? We are paying for environmental degradation and other ecological and social problems, and that are directly results of industrial development, which we had in 1918 and starting from the 17th century. Before that, people used to depend upon agriculture and homemade products. Homemade products were people made the products at home, then go to the market, sell that product, and trade one mostly on barter also. So this was thing which was going on way back 300 years back. And now after that we got the industrialization, everything was a mechanical machine, and those countries which are now claiming they are top on a human right agenda, in America and UK and Europe, a 6-year-old child used to work in a factory for 12 hours. And that is a very deplorable thing, we can say. Okay. So what happened in 1968, the ecologist and philosopher Garrett Hardin wrote an essay entitled Tragedy of the Commons. And after writing that, everything was changed in the world, and they started arguing about what we are doing, what we have to do that. And this is the beginning of the Sustainable Development Goal. Okay. Since 1972 UN Conference on Human Environment, the reach of sustainable development governance has expanded considerably locally. तो ये सब उस वक्त हुआ, उसके बाद बर्टन रिपोर्ट की जो रिपोर्ट उसको रखा गया, our common future को, and so on we moved on. And the need for integration of economic development, rural resource management, protection, social equity, all was introduced in that report. So agenda for the Millennium Development Goal was developed. There was, and they were, the 8 goal was there in MGDC, then it was converted to the SGDC. In SGDC there was 17 goals, and target was by 2030 will achieve certain development. Unfortunately, in our part of the world, still majority of children are not going to school, and already those schools bearing few elite schools, most of schools do not have a basic necessity like a drinking water, safe drinking water, washroom, cleanness, and these kind of things were not available, still not available. Okay, and then came the COVID, and millions of students went off the schools, and they are not coming to the school, back to the school. So this is the biggest tragedy. It will take time to bring them back to the school, and we have to develop our school. So 17 sustainable development goals which provides a benchmark and should have been achieved by 2030, but I don't think so. We are going to achieve it. It may take another couple of decades to achieve those goals. Okay, what is global indicator? It's 169 target, 240 indicators were adopted in General Assembly towards 2017. Okay. United Nations, besides UNESCO and all other organizations, are working on sustainable development goals and especially on quality education. Okay, what we mean by quality education? That is biggest problem with us. Okay, quality education. Everybody says, oh, well, we want to give our child a good education or quality education. We want to send our children to the good school. What is our definition for good school? Can anybody tell me what is definition of good school?
Sir, may I?
Yeah, sure.
From my point of view, good school is not only giving the proper academic education, following any particular curriculum. Instead of having this, they have to give the moral and ethical guidance as well to the child.
Sure, that's good. Okay. I will share with my personal experience with you people. When my son, he was at school age going, he was in a Montessori, and then from Montessori, we have to send him to the, he did a Montessori in KG. From there was a AMI Montessori beside Hill Park. He was there. From there, I tried to send him to one of the good schools in the vicinity. So, and when I came to my office, one of my technician was there. He said, where were you? You came late today. I said, yeah, I went for my son's admission. He says, in which school? I named the school. I'm not going to take the name over here for privacy issue. He said, sir, if you take my advice, send your school to a normal school. I said, why? He said, because in any school you send your children, you have to put your son to the tuition. So why you are spending money in sending in a very good school, very expensive school, and giving the tuition? There's no point. I don't see any point. This was my technician was telling me. Okay, so good school is the school, as you said, where you can get a good education, good response from teacher, good response from the administrator, and they listen to the parents, and these are things. And also, please, okay, so this is the thing. Okay, so This is a good school. So here it's what it says, this ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities to all. This is the given by the United Nations to us, Goal 4. Everybody have a right to education and safe drinking water, good standard of living. Okay. I hope my presentation is going through well. Okay. Goal 4, what is goal 4? It says it's a bit on a quality education. It says international community has reaffirmed the importance of education and good quality training in improving the living condition of individuals and communities and entire society. So, do we are getting that? I don't think so. Wherein the West or developed countries in our part of world, which we can say Southeast Asia or South Asia, what we can say that, I don't think so. We are having that opportunity, just facilities we are having it. So getting a lesson, we have got a very useful lesson from Millennium Development Goals and the new System Development Goals goes beyond children's primary education, highlighting the link between basic education and vocational training. Okay, now we have what is basic education? I think basic education is the one we are getting at our home. That is very important. The basic education which we get home, we learn the etiquette, manners, everything at home. And then how now when we were kid at that time, there was a KG and then class 1. Okay. After that, then we saw the nursery, then Montessori, pre-primary, and a lot of classes, steps are going on. Now, 2-year-old child goes to the school in our lifetime. If you are less than 6 years, you are not supposed to be admitted in a school. So this is a change we are facing it with the development. I don't know a 2-year-old child can sustain that pressure which he's or she is facing in a school or with the peers, with the teachers, and because what I am observing, where I am living, 5 days a week, van comes at 6 in the morning. Small kids from 2.5 to 5 years of age, parents are dragging them to the van. Oops, I asked one of parents, I mean, why you are sending your children? That particular school in Gulshan blocks are very good, so my cousins' children are going there. So therefore, I am sending my children over there. Well, I don't think so that we should have a right of education in neighborhood. Primary education must be in the neighborhood. Walking distance, just children, you can go and drop your children and bring your children by yourself. It will improve, give you safety, security, and improve the confidence in the children. This is a little bit off the topic. Okay, so what is that? Furthermore, it is emphasizes that equity and quality of education is a life learning approach, and 2 aspects were not addressed in MDGC. Now it was given in a millennium. So goal 4 aims at ensure that all children, adolescents, and adults, especially those most marginalized and vulnerable, have access to the education and training appropriate to their needs and context in which they live. So make the education contributive factor in making the world more secure, sustainable, and intelligent. Same thing which I was telling you before, over here, supplement my saying. So it's a goal 4. In goal 4, there are 7 points. Okay. Point 4.1 or point 1, we can say that by 2030, ensure that all girls and boys complete free, equitable, quality primary and secondary education, leading to the relevant, and effective learning outcomes. Okay, now because we are here in our country, so my focus is on our country. How many children have this kind of facility in our country? 50%? 25%? Just write in your chat box. How many children in our part of the world do have that facility? I hope everybody hearing me. %25%. Okay, 1/4 around. Okay, 45%. Okay, you're free to guess. That's good. So we can take the roughly estimate around between 25 to 40% students have that facility. Fine. But majority of students, they are not having that equitable and quality primary education. I'm not going for secondary. Still, I am focusing on primary. Okay. So we have to work a lot, and it's responsibility of our government to create facilities or give the resources. See, in the worldwide, which I have observed, few countries I have visited in my lifetime, and mostly education is under the municipal government. There are 3 tiers of government: federal, state, and the municipal. State is province, or state is same thing. And the schools are under the municipal education, or they have, every district have their school board, and they have a school under the school board, and they are the one who from grade 1 to grade 12 school is there, and all the assessment, it's in the form of formative or summative assessment, is done by the teachers of that particular school where students are studying. And within a 15 days, they get the result before the summer vacations. And our part of work system is a little bit different, and so we need a lot of improvement in order to get equitable quality primary and secondary education for our children. Rather, we can say the marginalized children. Okay. Second point is here, by 2030, ensure that all girls and boys have access to quality early childhood development. Okay. In our part of the world, this early childhood education or care or pre-primary education is a recent phenomenon, I think 10, 15 years back. We got early childhood, but still, we do not have a proper institutes which produce a good quality teacher in early childhood education or Montessori education. In entire Pakistan, there's only one recognized Montessori teacher training school, that is in Karachi, and the PC now it's, before it was located off Kashmir Road and Allama Iqbal Road, now it's somewhere in Block 6 PC. So we need a quality teachers training schools which can give a good quality teacher who can take care of the children. So early childhood education, ECE, or you can say that primary or pre-primary, whatever you say, it is afterward that. But who's going to afford the early childhood? Not everyone can going to afford, because the private schools mostly which are giving you a early childhood education. And maybe somebody can share knowledge that the government school do have a ECE. I am not sure that. Well, there's one comment, what is free? It's not a quality one, but we have to it's a responsibility of state to create a quality facilities and because most of the school which is owned by the individuals are owned by the certain families and blah blah blah, and that is only for profit. Okay, points. Next point is 3. By 2030, ensure equal access for all women and men to affordable quality technical, vocational, and tertiary education, including university. Well, if somebody knows or somebody can recall his or her memory, or somebody can go back to the past, in 70s, there were few technical schools were established. One of the, I think, remember it was in the Lions area and was a quality technical school. But with the regime change and with the new ideas, that school was shut down. And that school had all kind of machinery over there, latest equipment, lathe machines, everything out there. And the product of that particular technical school, they are sitting in a very high profile position. Vocational, we have to work for a vocational school. We have to, instead of giving the money to the people under any scheme, any government scheme, I'm totally against that. You should have a vocational training centers in a small towns, villages, where females can learn that vocational skills and they can earn their livelihood. So the same as tertiary education, including university. Well, there was only one university in Karachi and Hyderabad, and other. Now we have a lot of universities, but most of them are in the private sector. And on question is again affordability. Well, I think our universities like Karachi University, NED University, Narayan University, Sindh University, and other part, for example, Punjab University, they produce excellent stuff. They are there. Our graduate of Dawal in entire UK, our graduate of LMC are in USA. So they are there because they our state universities, medical colleges, engineering colleges, universities produce quality graduates. And I can know that in the PCSIR there was a technical, there is still there, PSTC, Park Swiss Training Center. Once upon a time, our graduate that get hired directly by the PIA and other institutes without any interview. But that was the quality of the state run technical institute. Okay, so we still have and we have to produce that. Well, in this connection, NGOs and the philanthropy have to come forward and develop this school for marginalized people, and not in the big cities, but everywhere, in all the small and big cities, and especially the slums area of the cities. Okay, point 4 says by 2030, increase X number of the youth and adults who have relevant skills. Okay. Now the thing come about the skill. We have a lot of graduates with the degrees in their hand, they are not getting a job because they have a degrees papers, but they do not have a skill. Okay, regarding the skill, I'll share another 5 point. When the first time I received a computer in my job was way back in 1996. The machine at that time cost 100,000 rupees. 1 lakh rupees की machine आई थी. The machine was sitting on my table. I don't know how to operate the computer because In our time, there was a mainframe in the university and nobody was allowed to go inside that room. So we did not have a computer operating skills. Anyhow, we went to the private institute and learned a little bit over there, and andho mein kana raja ban gaye. So thing is that now I'm still not very good at this computer, but I can do my work. Presentation or bana leta hu. Okay. So thing is that increase the X number of youth and adults who have relevant skills. Skills are most important thing which we need to include technical, vocational, for employment, decent job, or entrepreneurship. It's not necessary everybody should go for a government job or private job. One can have their own business too. In order to have your own business, you need skills. So we have to teach the skills to our students. Okay, point 5. By 2030, eliminate gender disparities in education, ensure equal access to all the levels of education and vocational training for the vulnerable, including persons with disabilities. I'll stop here at disabilities. How many institutions we do have in our country which are taking care of a person who with the need of special needs, or I don't want to call that the disability person who need the special need people. Very few institutes. And simultaneously with the indigenous people, see the most neglected areas of the Balochistan, South Punjab, Upper Sindh, and Fata. Though people do not have access to even a simple education, not a quality education, but simple education. Again, it's the responsibility of our elected representatives and the government to give us that facilities and take care of those people. Thing is that we do not have a proper accountability of our elected people over here. We just blindfoldly send them to the parliaments and assemblies, and they do not care about us. They only care about their own benefits or on their interest. So we need what we need it. It's very, very, very difficult to eliminate the gender disparity in our country, in the underdeveloped areas of the country. Okay. So we have to work very hard on that one. It's a role of everyone with whom we are coming to the contact. We have to apprise them of situation. We need this thing. We need the education. We need the facilities. We have to bring all the people at same level. Those people who are marginalized, who are in an underdeveloped areas, they can compete with the people who have a little bit facilities available with them. Only few people can go to the public schools and cadet college and other private institution. Not, I think, hardly 1 or 2% can go there. Okay, point 6 is by 2030, ensure that all the youth and at least number of percentage of adult, both men and women, achieve literacy and numeracy. Wow. I remember once in 85, a program was initiated. I think Nai Roshni School or something like that for literacy. And later on, after a few years, that was also closed down with the change of regime. So, well, most of people in our underdeveloped areas cannot read and write, especially the women. So this is a big challenge for us, big task for us, and also for our government, our elected municipal representative, our elected provincial representative, our elected National Assembly representative, and our selected senators, because Senate are not directly elected. So this is a big challenge for us. In 2020, when there was COVID, I got one opportunity for training in the interior of Sindh. I was sitting at home, I received a call. One said, "Sir, there's this challenge. Are you coming with us?" I said, "Sure, I'm coming with you." And what I have seen in my eyes, people do not have access to the drinking water. Do not, in one town we went, and the municipal office, there was not a washroom was there. In the municipal office, there was no washroom at all. So this is the apathy in our country going on. We have to educate it, give them a training, personal hygiene, and also tell them how to live, how to move forward. And same thing in a school, you need a drinking water, you need a washroom, you have a personal hygiene, all of them over there. Okay, point 7, and last but not the least, by 2030, ensure all learners acquire knowledge and skill needed to promote sustainable development. Okay, great. Well, big chance, 2030, so 23, 7 years. Do you think we are going to be there by 2030? Then all learners will require knowledge and skill needed to promote sustainable development? No way. I don't think so. By 2050, we'll achieve that. It's my personal opinion. That maybe God is great. Almighty Allah may have a mercy on us, and we will be able to achieve that goals, including among others through education for sustainable development, sustainable lifestyle, human rights, gender equity, promotion of culture of peace and non-violence, global citizenship, appreciation of cultural diversity, and culture's contribution to sustainable development. Well, this point 7 talks about all these things, which it's an ideal situation. When the situation is ideal, everything is ideal. But here, people are starving for a butter and bread. They are struggling to find it. And education is beside, but they don't have access to the butter and bread. So how it will be possible for developing underdeveloped country like us? So until unless everybody puts his or her share in it, we are not going to achieve that result, that target, that goals. So, okay, few of us like this forum is doing excellent work, but only limited. And I will going through last 7 or 8 presentation. I will learn a lot from this because I came from a different background of the experience. It was all on practical base and problem base. What we were doing in PCSI, we were getting a assignment on problem base, which was mostly referred by the industry or organization, and we used to work on that, resolve that issues with our limited resources. Okay, and the basic education is something there where you have to take care of child psychology, child growth, development, everything, which was not there when we were in a school. सीधा सीधा सिंपल सा भाई टीचर आती थी पढ़ाती थी और जब when we went to the secondary school so if you do not do the homework then corporal punishment was there blah 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 and so when we went to the college well unfortunately I went to the public school there was uniform and assembly everything was there so I didn't enjoy the college life at all. But personally, I still believe school should be from grade 1 to grade 12 should be a school. And after the school, there should be a degree, 3-year, 4-year, 2-year, whatever. It's a debatable. I am not going to go in it. Okay. But school should be grade 2 up to the grade 12. And there should be and one thing which government have done here, which I've seen in abroad, qualified teachers, teacher certification. That's you needed a need of our now in every profession there is certification. They do not. I will. You allow me. I'll share one personal experience. In 1999, I went to the Canada. I went to the Ryerson University downtown Toronto. I had an appointment with the counselor and he looked at my resume and my document and have a personal interview with me. After going through that, he said, well, keep away all your degrees. These degrees are not going to work over here. On the basis of your 4-year engineering degree, we can give you a 2-year exemption. There are 2 streams. I can recommend to you. One is occupation health and safety, and the one is environmental health and safety, which are relevant with your experience, your qualification, and yeah. So see and say after going through that 2-year in our university, you have to still write a professional CRSP exam in order to get the suitable job. Luck is another factor. So these are the things we have to do. Certification, not degree. With the degree, you should have a skills and you should have certification, and that certificate should be based on the examination. No grandfather rules or grandmother, I can say. If you say I'm discriminating it, so everybody should go through a system. We should need and every aspect of life, we need a qualified, skilled persons there. And when we'll achieve that, then we'll, I think, hopefully, inshallah, we'll achieve that all the things like a sustainable development, sustainable lifestyle, human rights, gender equality, promotion of culture, peace, non-violence. It's all comes with the education, quality education, skills, and attribute we get it. This is the thing. I am coming to the conclusion of my that. So SDGC, Sustainable Development Goal 4 seeks to ensure access for all to quality education through all stage of life, as well as to increase the number of young people and adults who have the relevant skill for employment, decent job, and entrepreneurship. This is the basic theme of this. So we have to work for that. We have to work hard, everyone, irrespective of what kind of job we are, what kind of profession we are. These are 17 goals. You can see that the top priority is no poverty. Look around. We have a poverty. Zero hunger. We have hunger around it. Okay, health. Oh, well, a big question mark. Quality education, we have already said. Then other thing, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable clean energy, decent work, economic growth, industry innovation, infrastructure, reduce inequalities, these sustainable cities. Well, we do not have any sustainable city in our country. Okay, responsible consumption and production. This is the point which is basic point of sustainable development, responsible consumption and production. Climate action. Now everybody is crying on climate action due to hot weather or other things. Another very important, life below the water. There's a plastic in the seas and rivers, and the life on the land, peace, justice, and strong institutions, and partnership for the goal. These are the 17 development goals. And thank you very much. for Rafia to giving me the opportunity to be on your back to school or Pakistan Teacher Forum and any forum later. I'm really humbled. I am really thankful to her. I'm really thankful to your team members. They work very hard for this success. One suggestion I'll give, if possible, that session maybe instead of online, we can have a 2 day session, which can be a physical interactive session, because a lot of things you learn by physical appearance. So thank you very much. Any question, I'm open for that.
Thank you so much, Mr. Zulfikar. And it was really very informative. We have learned a lot from your, this presentation and through your experiences as well. So that was really great. Yes, I will forward your suggestion to Ms. Rafia. She's not here now because she has some personal commitments today. But inshallah, I'll forward this to her. Definitely, we should have some 1 or 2 day or 3 day workshops of, of 10 hours or 12 hours workshops. So that will be, face-to-face learning is something different. यहाँ तो हम पढ़े होते हैं, but जो एक माहौल होता है, एक ambience होता है, and when you interact with the people, so that has some other taste,
Of course.
So inshallah we'll forward. Okay, back to the participants. If you have any question, please you can unmute yourself and ask Sir Zulfikar. Anyone or any comment you would like to share? No one?
Oh, very good. I'm lucky.
It means everything has been understood.
or it's understood or nobody understood anything.
Excuse me, I would like to ask.
Yes,
sure,
sir. Yes,
Sure,
sir.
सर मैंने आपको बताया कि मैं ऑलरेडी काम कर रही हूँ SDGs पे उस पे भी, लेकिन सर लोगों को पता ही नहीं है, people they don't know about the SDGs कि ये हैं क्या. So how can we plan or work with the platform of PTF के कोई ऐसा कोई प्लान या कोई सजेशंस कोई आप देंगे कि जिसके थ्रू हम लोग काम कर सकें अपनी जितनी भी SDGs अगर जितनी हम हो सकती हैं, क्योंकि मैंने 13 पे भी काम किया है, क्लाइमेट एक्शन, वो भी रिलेटेड ही एजुकेशन से, और इन सबको मैं रिलेट करती हूँ एजुकेशन से. स्कूल लेवल तक के स्टूडेंट तक के लिए भी मैंने इनके लिए सेशन रखे, इंफॉर्मेटिव सेशन रखे. तो ऐसा कोई प्लान या ऐसी कोई सजेशंस आप दें कि हम एक प्लान बनाएं और फिर हम बीइंग अ टीचर जो हैं हम लोग वो स्टूडेंट तक इनकी इंफॉर्मेशन और इनकी डेवलपमेंट के लिए हम काम करें, क्योंकि ये गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर पे या उस पे तो हम छोड़ नहीं सकते और टाइम भी हमारे पास इतना है नहीं कि इतने सालों में हम लोग करेंगे. तो एनी सजेशन आप देंगे कि हम किस तरह इसको इम्प्लीमेंट करें हम?
Man, it's $1 million question, and to be very honest, I do not have any appropriate answer to your question, but we all can try for that. See, at our own levels. See, I already mentioned you, we have to grab our elected representative. From now we have a local government in place, so I think it will be very easy for us to approach them and educate them first, because they don't know. Most of them are illiterate. They don't know what is sustainable development.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Problem is that.
So we have that the municipal government is the first step. First, we can municipal government at either it is in a small town, it's in a village,
Yes,
or it's a big city. So we have everybody have to start from there, their own. Actually, as we said, charity begins from the home. So similar, we have to do. We have to do that thing. And at the PTF, I am not sure about PTF. What can they do? They can only organize this kind of
we can
learning
do.
session.
Yes, sir. We can do in our level. Yes, sir.
Learning session, give the awareness, and go to the each school and give them awareness. If school management is willing to allow you. This
I
is
have started, sir. I have started with my student. I have started.
Yeah. So it depends upon the management also.
Yes,
how much management is going to collaborate and cooperate with you. Yeah. Not every
Thank-
school management is willing to
Yeah,
collaborate
sir.
and cooperate with you.
बिल्कुल सही, बिल्कुल सही.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Zareen. Any other question? Anyone? So we can close the session. Okay. So thank you so much, Mr. Zulfikar. Again, inshallah, हम फिर आपको invite करेंगे for further wonderful sessions. और
Okay, ma'am.
आपके इस experience से और आपके obviously आपकी qualification, आपके जो भी research works हैं उसके through we will learn more, inshallah.
Yeah, ma'am, just a minute. एक question में chat में
Sure.
about the certificate. Where, okay, which kind of certificate? If you want to be a certified trainer, certified teacher, so you have to go to the appropriate government. I shared in I think last time different agencies which are going to issue you like engineering council, like PMDC, Pakistan Medical Dental Council, computer. So if you are looking for a certificate in education, then you have I think Ms. Ansari have a proper address for that. That education council, the licensing exam. I think Sindh government education and literacy department is going to start that one, or maybe some independent agency government has to have formed which is going to take the exam and give the license in the education field. But in almost in every field now there's a license requirement. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Marine, you will get the certificates, inshallah, very soon. There is the condition to attend this back to school sessions that if you attend at least 7 sessions, so you will get the certificate, and there's a certain payment for that. So, inshallah, we are in the process of designing, the certificates. So you'll get it very soon. Thank you. Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Zulfikar.
Thank you, ma'am.
And this was all from the, PTF platform and the Nurul Huda platform. Back to school trainings have come to an end now. And inshallah, we will arrange more training sessions for you online in future, inshallah, probably in
Inshallah.
August. So thank you so much. Take care, everyone. Have a nice time. Have a nice weekend. Allah Hafiz.
Weekend is gone.
Yeah, some hours are left, so we can have a good dinner,
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Have
you.
a nice few hours.
Thank you. Allah
Okay.
Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz, Allah Hafiz, everyone. Thank you very much.